Hi! Today we are on my bed because I've had so many falls I feel sick. For those who don't know, I'm Sarah. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, functional neurological disorder, irritable bowel syndrome, and a bunch of mental health stuff. All that means that I fall quite a lot, I faint a lot, all those fun things. And so, about 8 or 9 weeks ago, I fell in the bathroom. My hip partially dislocated, and I hit my head on the wall. I managed to stand up again, and then my hip tried to come out again, and I fell and hit my head on the floor, the same bit of my head. A couple of days later, I was really struggling, could barely sit up, felt really, really sick. So we called the doctor, who sent me to A&E, and they had a look at stuff, did some tests. They didn't scan it at all though, and they said that I had post-concussion syndrome, which is basically like concussion, just you can have it for anywhere between a couple of days or forever. I then waited a while, and then a few days ago I fell again and hit the back of my head again. The back of my head, by the way, still hurts from the first fall, and I hit like just to the left of it on the floor in my room because I passed out. I was stood up and then I woke up on the floor with a lot of pain in my head. I got slurred speech, blurred vision. I felt really sick. It was really, really horrible. And so my mum called the doctor for me. And the doctor had a look at me on video call, saw that I was like slurring my words and I couldn't really get anything across and everything. And she was like, you need to go to the hospital because you need to get a brain scan because you might have a brain bleed. I don't need that. I've got enough stuff. So we went, and after I went into the minors department, and then after having a look at me, the doctor in there went, I'm just gonna take you round to majors myself. I'm gonna take you round because you need someone to look at this faster and you need it to be now. So I went through I ended up going to resus because majors was full. There were too many people in there because they've like half the size of it because they've got one area for people who have got or have symptoms of coronavirus, and then you've got green area, which is the safe area where people have had their temperatures checked and been checked and all that. So I was there for a while. They sent me for a CT, and that came back clear, but the doctor was concerned and was like, look, I wouldn't say this if I didn't think it was like the best thing to do, but you need to stay overnight because you need to see a neuro, and we can't get that straight away, and we don't know whether that'll be tomorrow or what, but we want you to stay overnight. And I was really panicked about this. I have really bad anxiety, and my phone was dead at the time, so I didn't have my audiobook or any of like the films that I have on Disney Plus on my phone. So I was like really scared about that, but the doctors were really nice and really calming, and they sent me round to the ward. I actually ended up on the same ward that I was on 2 years ago, which was really cool. 2 years ago I was in hospital for 4.5 weeks, and I was in the respiratory ward, and I was in the same place, although they were using it for the acute medical unit at the time because of corona. They've had to move everything around and stuff and split certain departments in half. So the half I was in of the respiratory ward was actually the acute medical unit. So same place, different name. But yeah, I knew my way around it, so that was cool. I stayed there. I ended up having an MRI. That was all clear. My blood tests came back normal. Everything was normal. Oh, I gained my speech back by the end of the first day. And everything, and I was relatively okay. I still feel sick now, and this happened on Monday, and it's now Sunday. So I stayed in the hospital from Monday evening to Wednesday evening. It was all like, I don't know, like people were really nice, but it was really weird because obviously you had to wear a mask, but I didn't have to wear it on the ward itself because, you know, I'd be sleeping and stuff and I'd like suffocate if I had to wear that the whole time. And they'd separated the beds out, so instead of 6 in the room there were 4, 2 on one side, 2 on the other, so that you had the 2-meter distance from the other patients, and we all had to have corona test stuck like a swab at the back of your throat and then up your nose and stuff. It was so gross, so horrible, I hate it. But, you know, at least I know I don't have it now. I know for sure, so that's one thing. But yeah, they found nothing. The neuro was like, well, we can't find anything. And they sent me home. So I still feel sick. I tried to stand up earlier, thought I was going to throw up, and my legs were really painful, so I sat back down again. I've been feeling really rough all week, and they have no answers for me. So that's fantastic. This is the story of my life. So that's why I've been a bit absent recently, is because of the last 8 or 9 weeks where I've had about 13 falls. So I've been a bit under the weather. Oh, hopefully next time we'll be actually set up. See ya.